Good morning, everyone. Jai Shri Ram. Today we will start chapter 47. Ravana sends his son Aksha to fight with Hanumana from Sunderkand of Valmiki Ramayana. I will recite verses 1 to 19 from this chapter and explain its meaning. Ravana sends Aksha, his own son, to fight against Hanumana. Aksha, along with his army, elephants and horses, approached Hanumana and incites him to battle by discharging 3 sharp arrows. As Aksha discharges his arrows, Hanumana bounces quickly to the sky and smashes Aksha, his chariot and the horses with blows. After killing Aksha, Hanumana returns again to the same archy doorway. Verses 1 to 19. Senapanina panchasa tu pramapitana Hanumata sanucharana shavahanana Shamiksharaja samara uddata unmukham Kumaramakshama prasa vikshata akshatama Satasya dashti arpana samprachoshoditah Pratapavana kanchana chitrakarmukah Samputpatat artha सदशी उदीरितो द्विजातिमुख्यैः हविषा इव पावकः ततो महतबाल दिवाकर प्रमभ प्रतप्त जाम्बूनद जालसम्पततम रथामशमात्स्थाय ययौ शवीर्यवान् महाहरिं तमप्रति नैऋतऋषभः ततः तपसंरज्ञ सञ्चय अर्जितम् प्रतप्त जाम्बूनद जालशोभितम पताखिनं रत्न विभूषध्वजं मनोजव अष्ट अश्ववरैः सुयोजितम् शुराशुरात्युज्यम् असङ्गहचारिणं रविप्रभं व्योम चरं समाहितम् सतोणम् अष्टाशी निबद्धबन्धुरम् यथाक्रम आवेशयित शक्तितोमरम विराजानां प्रतिपूर्णवस्तुना शहैं दामा शशिसूर्यवर्वशा दिवाकराभं रथमास्थितः ततः स नीचकाम् अमरतुल्यविक्रमः स पूरयन् क्रम च महिं च शाचलाम तुरङ्गमतङ्गं हारतस्वन्नैः बलैः समेतैः सहितोर्णस्थितम् समर्थम् आशिनम् उपागमित कपिम सतमशमाशाद्य हरिईक्षणौ युग अन्तकाल अग्निम इव प्रजाक्षये व्यवस्थितमविपरीतजातसम्भ्रमः समक्षत अक्षो बहुमान चक्षुषः स तस्य वेगं च कपेः महात्मनः पराक्रमचारिषु पार्हतीव आत्मजः विचारयनखम च बलम महाबलो हिमक्षय्यसूर्य इव अभिवर्ध्यते स जातमन्युः प्रशमीक्ष्य विक्रमम् स्थिरः स्थितः संयति दुर्निर्वाणम् समाहित आत्मा हनुमन्त आहवे प्रचोदयामाश शरैः त्रिभिः शितैः ततः कपिमतम प्रशमीक्ष्य गर्वितं जितक्षमं शत्रुपराजयोः जितम् अवेक्षत अक्षशः समूर्धेण मानसः सबाणप्राणिः प्रगृहीतकार्मुकः सहेमनिष्कङ्गद चारुकुण्डलः समाशसाद आशु पराक्रमः कपिः तयोः बभूव अप्रतिम समागमः सुरासुराणाम् अपि संवदप्रदः रराशभूमिः न तपान भानुमान वयो न वायुः प्रचचाल च अचलः कपेः कुमारस्य च वीक्षसमुद्यम ननाद च दौः उद्धतिः च चुचुक्षुभैः ततः शवीरः सम्मुखान् पत्रसेनः सुवर्णपुङ् Pukkana Shavishana Ira Uragana Shamadhi Shambhogya Vimoksha Tattva Vita Sharana Athatrina Kapi Muddhi Apatayah Shataihi Sharaihi Mruddhi Shamama Nipatitaihi Sharanashaka Dikta Vivruta Lochanaha Nava Udita Aditya Nibaha Shara Anshumana Virajata Aditya Iva Anshu Malika Tata cha Pinga Adipa Mantri Suttamaha Shamikshatama Raja Vara Atma Chamarane Udaka Chitra Ayudha Chitra Karmukama Jaharsha cha Aryupata cha Ahava Unmukha cha Mandara Agrasta Eva Anshumali Vivruta Kopobala Virya Shamyutaha Kumaram Akshama Shabalam Savahanam Dataha Netragni Marichivihi Tadaha Tata Shabana Ashana Shakra Karmukaha Sara Pravasho Yuddhi Rakshasha Ambudaha Sharana Mumoja Ashu Hari Ishvara Achale Balaha Gaurustim Eva Achala Uttame Tata Kapihi Tama Ranachanda Vikramama Vivruta Tejopala Viryashayakam Kumaram Akshama Prashamiksha Shamyuke Danada Harshata Danatulya Vikramaha. This means hearing and sustaining that the 5 army generals along with their followers and vehicles were disposed of by Hanumana, Ravana looked at Aksha, his son, violent in combat and who was inclined to fighting as well as sitting in front of him. Goaded by look of Ravana, the energetic Aksha, wielding a golden dotted bow, quickly sprang up like a fire switched up by the foremost of Brahmins in sacrificial fire by offering oblation to it, mounting a great chariot having the splendor of nearly risen sun and overlaid with a protective armor of highly gold. That valiant chief of demons sailed forth towards that mighty monkey. Aksha's chariot was earned through many kinds of his penances. It was shining with a protective armor of highly refined gold, adorned with flag on flag staff, studded with gems and yoked well with 8 excellent horses, having speed equal to that of a mind. That chariot was unassailable by celestials or demons. It moved without hindrance to any place. It shone like a sun and could move within the sky. It was well concealed with a quiver, 8 swords, and tied with bells. It was orderly arranged in spears and lances in their respective places. Then Aksha, having a prowess equal to that of celestials, came forth, mounting that chariot decorated with golden wreaths, having brilliance of moon and sun, filled with every right thing and shining like rays of sun. Aksha filling the sky, earth, and its mountains with sounds of horses, elephants, and chariots, together with his army, approached the efficient Hanumana, the great monkey, standing at the archway doorway. Approaching that Hanumana, standing there readily to destroy mortals, similar to a fire that is to destroy the world, the yellow-eyed Aksha was bewildered, born of a surprise, and looked to him with a great esteem. That Aksha, the mighty prince, assessing the swiftness of the high-souled Hanumana and his prowess with regard to his adversaries, as also his own strength, increased his body more and more like the sun when the frosts fade away. Understanding Hanumana's prowess to be unrestrainable and stable in battle, that Aksha, exhibiting anger initially became stable and mentally composed and incited Hanumana to battle by discharging 3 sharp arrows towards him. Recognizing that Hanumana as a haughty monkey, after having gallantly conquered his adversaries and accustomed to fatigue, that Aksha, grasping the bow and arrows in his hand, saw him with an excited mind. Having a golden chain, a pair of harmless and charming earrings, Aksha of a sweet prowess approached Hanuman. Their unmatched get-together in combat became a baffle to even the celestials and demons. Then the eminent demon, who correctly knew how to fix his gaze on the target, to fit an arrow to the bow and to discharge it, hurled on Hanuman's head 3 arrows which were well painted, having golden shafts and feathers, and which resembled venomous serpents. Oozing the blood from his wound caused by those arrows, descended into his head by Aksha, looking like the newly risen sun, his eyes bathed in blood, rolling rapidly. Hanuman shone brightly like the sun surrounded by a circle of rays, having the arrows as his rays. Seeing the battle, that Aksha the prince, with his marvelous weapons and a picturesque bow, that Hanumana, the excellent among Sugriva's counselors, was rejoiced, and with an inclination to fight grew in size. That Hanumana, endowed with a strength and prowess resembling the sun, appearing on a peak of Mandara mountain, and whose anger was increased, then burnt the Prince Aksha along with his army and vehicles by the ray of fire emanating from his eyes. That demon, in form of a cloud, raining down arrows, then wielding a bow in the form of a rainbow, soon discharged arrows on Hanumana, standing in form of a mountain, like a cloud showering rain on a high mountain. Seeing that Aksha the prince, possessing an impetuous valor, endowed with enhanced splendor, strength, and vigor, with a capacity to move within the sky like a cloud, coming to the battle, Hanumana roared with a joy. I'll continue the verses in my next video. Jai Shri Ram.